I'm going to stay in Africa via MLS again, and that's Mbokazi. That's a mouthful. You better start remembering his name. He plays for the Chicago Fire. The Chicago Fire signed him from South Africa, from the South African first division there, from Orlando Pirates. It's long story short, it's a very similar story to Australia, that MLS clubs are currently going a lot to South Africa because they can just outmuscle these teams financially, and they're scooping up these young players and developing them with an eye to looking to sell them. Mbokazi is actually one of the most popular players in MLS. He has a massive social media following in South Africa. So when he arrived, the Chicago Fire were almost overwhelmed with the amount of interest that they received in this player. But had a great World Cup. Saw his market value go up to 8 million euros. Is currently linked to Galatasaray, Napoli, Nottingham Forest, and Wolverhampton Wanderers. I've been told by sources that they expect a transfer fee between 10 and 12 million dollars, US dollars. So that 8 million euro fee on our part is still a little bit conservative. I can shed some light on why when we did the World Cup market value update, why we stayed conservative is because his height, he's only 1.77 meters. That is a little bit one where I'm like, is he physical, tall enough? We spoke about Lucas Harrington, he's 1.95 meters. Does he have that physical element to play in the Premier League? I think that is something
for those of us who still use old money, that's 5'9" by the way.
It's not, but that is exactly what you mean, right? So that is something that I think could hold him back potentially. Having said that, I could still see someone like Galatasaray go and spend a lot of money. I can see someone like Napoli do it. Or I could see a very ambitious championship side sign him for a significant fee, right? And give him a try. He's a really good ball playing center back. Helped South Africa reach the round of 32. And so, yeah, I think definitely a name to keep an eye on.
I was just checking there because I had a theory that he has played left back in the past. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a position that he moves into more naturally, because as you said, his height, it can be quite limiting. I mean, I know Kabasi just won Young Player of the tournament at the World Cup, and he's relatively short centre defender, so he shows that you can be a young defender, a short defender, and still be a world-class player for sure. But he's really fascinating, man. Just, if anything, just because I remember old Football Manager saves where Orlando Pirates, for some reason, were a club that always developed fantastic young players. I can't remember which version of it is, but I used to have a Football Manager save where I would always check in on Orlando Pirates, and some kind of regen would pop up every season. It would be amazing. But yeah, Mbokazi looks like a fascinating player. And as you said, he's been linked to a number of clubs. Do you think Chicago would sell him already this summer?
Yeah, I think if the right offer comes in, they definitely would. They are a club that is quite willing to move on assets if it's the right time. It's a big story right now. They signed Robert Lewandowski, right, as a free on a free transfer, and they got a big offer from Liga MX for Hugo Kuipers, the Belgium national team player, who plays for them and currently leads the Golden Boot race in MLS ahead of Lionel Messi. And it looks like they're going to accept that offer, right? Because they already have someone else in place. It's a team with links to Switzerland. They have a Swiss owner who also owns teams there. And so money is often at the forefront, Stefan, as it often is with the Swiss.